some of you may have been at the meeting the other night. My name is Jason Fick. I am not as much focused on books as I am social media. I built an audience of almost 25 million fans. The book was a story that came out of my true life. I've lived kind of a crazy life, and I'm really going to be able to only give you a brief version of it, which was I was down and out looking for a new business. I started WTF Magazine, started getting into social media, and the first interview I ever did down in Baltimore City, a fight broke out. I simply pulled my cell phone out, took a short video of it. The fight ended, nobody was seriously hurt, everybody went their own ways. However, this is Baltimore. Baltimore is a very corrupt city. The problem is that the other people that were in the altercation all had family that were cops and government officials. Next thing you know, people were getting arrested, and I've got a warrant for my arrest. Now, I am constitutionally protected. I wasn't in the fight, I only took a video. I got charged with conspiracy to commit first-degree attempted murder. Denied bail, sent to the second worst jail in the entire nation. That jail is currently closed because of corruption. The 2 months I spent in there on, without bail, I fought basically to get out. I get out, and now I have a story to tell. I've got this huge book, but my story didn't end there. Then what happened is I couldn't sue the city. I was going absolutely broke. I'm literally using my mom's access card to buy food for my family. My house is going away. Everything's done. And I started getting into social media because I needed readers for the book and for the magazine. Started building an audience. The thing was, what I didn't realize is that as aggressively as I was building this in 2011, by early 2012, I had 8.6 million fans. Cumulatively, I was larger than BuzzFeed. I could now set national trends. You guys remember that whole trend about corrupt cops, right? You're looking at who did it. I had a vendetta set. I was going to take down the corruption. They had done it to me, and I basically did what's called amplification of voice. I would pick the people that were saying what I wanted heard, and I would shove it out to my 9, 10, 12, 14 as I grew. Media would pick up, this story is doing well. They would start doing more stories, more investigations, more people jumped in, and basically we started a national trend. What this resulted in is body cameras and holding people accountable for their actions, fighting corruption. Baltimore, Freddie Gray dies in Baltimore. I went all in, $50,000 in my own money, paying other social media. We burned the city to the ground because it became world news. And then if you remember, the trend died. I had gotten the city I wanted. I backed my hands out. Now, you'd think the story was over there, and that is actually what this book is. My second book is the second half of my life. The second part of the corruption that I've run into is, as I progressed in October of 2014, 95% of my social media was lost. Everybody thinks that this is a current problem. This problem has been going on for some of us for many years. They took most of my business away. I wanted to get Facebook after that bad. Same kind of vendetta. We get to 2016, they take 14 million of my fans and unpublish them. By this point I had 25 million, it's 2/3 of my business gone. No explanation. And I'm sure all of you are going, yeah, well that's happening now. No, this was all happening to me since 2012. It was when I first lost my first million fans. So we knew that these guys were corrupt. The thing was, I caught them red-handed in a dirty deal which proved that they were using the CDA, which is the Communications Decency Act, in bad faith. Absolute proof. I went to a friend of mine who was a lawyer. He said, I'm in. His law firm wouldn't take it because of the expense. You're talking about taking on one of the largest companies in the world. This is almost impossible. He quit his job. He joined another law firm with the prerequisite that that law firm would take the case. They took the case. I've now got 5 attorneys, all of the owners, basically all of the partners, and the entire law firm on contingency. We are now in the 9th Circuit Court, currently fighting to set new precedent on the CDA. If we are successful in setting this precedent, we will open Facebook up to the largest class action liability in the history of mankind. It means that everything about their business model is illegal. They offered us something. In return, we gave them our data, and we built their business in essentially a social contract. And then after they did that, they said, let's take that reach and distribution back, but we now still have their data because we don't need them anymore, and they sold what they offered us. The whole thing is predicated upon fraud. If we prove that, it will be the end of it. So, I hope you read a book. It's social justice.
I already bought that one.
So, thank you.